Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. So today I have another tutorial to share with you using the Grafix Mixed Media Journal, and I've got a really fun journal page that I'm going to create. I'm going to be working on a piece of the Matte Dura Lar, and I'm going to do a little bit of experimenting using my gel plate. So I've got these 6x6 gel press and a brayer to the side, and I'm going to try doing some gel printing techniques on the Dura Lar and just seeing how it really takes the acrylic paint. So this is how I store my gel plate. I keep it in its original packaging. You can see that it's well used and well loved. And I'm going to add some acrylic paint. This is from the Amsterdam line. I've got some Sky Blue Light and some Persian Rose. I've also got a little bit of metallic paint from Indigo Blue. This is March Hare. That comes in a little pot. And so first of all, I really just want to get some colour down. So I'm going to add a little bit of the paint onto my gel plate, and then I'm just going to brayer it out. And this is just going to help me get my background started. Because the Matte Dura Lar doesn't have a lot of tooth like paper does, you will only be able to pick up one layer at a time. So that was the advice that I was given. So that's what I was really trying out today. I'm just using a piece of copy paper just to kind of remove the excess paint from the edges of the plate. And then I've pulled off my background. And again, I'm just going to remove the excess paint using a piece of paper. I've then got this stamp set from Rubberdance. This is the Mix It Up 4 Clear A5 stamp set. It's got lots of good stamps for creating texture on the background, and so that's what I'm going to use it for. I've pulled out that circle stamp and I decided I'm going to add some of that March Hare metallic paint. It was a little bit watery because I haven't used it for quite a while, so I'm just mixing it together. I'm using my brayer to apply the paint to the stamp because I'm worried if I kind of stamp it in, it's just going to be too wet. And then once I've added that stamp into the gel plate, I'm then going to lift it up using that Dura Lar. So again, I'm using my copy paper to take off the excess paint from around the edges, and then I'm going to peel that off. And you can see that the paint has transferred really well, but there is still a lot of paint on the plate as well. So I will remove that again with a piece of copy paper. So now I want to add a bit more contrast, and I'm coming in with some black acrylic paint. I'm using this stamp that was also from the Mix It Up 4 stamp set to add some texture to the background. And then I'm going to use the Scribbles 2 stencil from Rubberdance, and again lift some of that excess paint with some copy paper, and then lift the print on with the Matte Dura Lar. And again, this is just building up the background. And I'm going to add some more black paint to the plate now and just brayer it out. And that's just so that I've got a little bit of a platform to stamp the stamp onto, and then transfer the paint onto the background as well, just to add a bit more interest. I'm then going to come in with this dotted one stencil from Rubberdance, and I really want to add some more of that pink back in. I really feel that we've lost some of that in the background, so I want to add some more back in. I'm just using my gel press as a palette there, and I'm using a foam sponge just to apply the paint. So this is just a really easy way of adding some more of that colour back in. So if you do feel like you're losing some of the colour in the background, adding a stencil design over the top will just help to bring it back and pull it back together. To complete my background, I'm just going to add some more stamping using this numbers stamp from Rubberdance. Again, I'm using the black acrylic paint, stamping a little bit off the page too. And then for my focal image, I've got these fabulous designs that I purchased off Etsy from 11.9 Designs. These are like retro pop art images of animals, and I've printed them on the Grafix computer film. So I've just popped a piece of white paper behind them there just so that you can see them a little bit better. But I really want to use that, I think it's the red panda, on my project today. So that's going to be my focal image. And this computer film is really easy to cut out with scissors, so I'm just going to cut the image away from the rest of the sheet, and then I'm going to fussy cut all around the edge of it and remove the background so that I'm just left with that red panda. So to adhere the computer film, I'm going to use Artist Tac. Now this is such a great product. It's basically a sheet of double-sided micro adhesive dots, so it allows you to stick things down mess-free. And because the adhesive dots are so small, I can use it on the clear computer film and you aren't really going to see it when it's stuck down. So I'm just going to remove one of the sheets, or the backing sheets, and I'm just going to pop my image there, making sure that it's got good contact with the adhesive dots. I am just using a little bit of extra pressure with my fingers over the backing tape or backing paper, but you really don't need to do this. Once I've peeled that away, that is now a sticker, and then I can position it down, and once it's burnished, it's permanent. So you want to make sure that you've got it in the right place before you apply pressure and stick it down. Now I'm just using an acrylic marker from Ohuhu to add my sentiment, and it was a bit of a Taylor Swift pun because it says it's me, hi, I'm the problem, it's me. This panda kind of looks really cheeky, so I kind of liked that saying with it. I'm adding a few little white highlights as well with an acrylic marker, and I do decide that my sentiment is just not standing out very well and I'm not really happy with it. I'm adding a little bit of white highlights around the edge of it, but it still just doesn't look right to me. It's really kind of getting lost in the background. So what I do is I print a sentiment off on my computer and then I'm going to glue that over the top. So you'll see that in the finished pictures in a moment as well. Before it's finished though, I do decide it needs a little bit more definition around the edges. So I'm just using this black and white striped washi tape that I had in my stash. I'm kind of trimming it in half and then reusing the other half of the tape because I only want a thin border, and then I'm just trimming through it to make sure that those holes for the disc binding are still accessible. And then that is the finished journal page. So you'll see in a second what I did with the sentiment just to make it stand out a little bit better. And I think that looks so much better in the end photos. So as always, all the products that I've used today will be listed in the description box below, along with the link to Grafix Art's website, so that if you want to check out any of their products, you can do and find out where you can buy them near you. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you've enjoyed this tutorial, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care.